I've launched over a dozen of online course businesses and seen hundreds come and go. And from my experience, the number one reason why most online courses fail has nothing to do with marketing or sales tactic. I think this is where most people get it wrong. They think the online course business, info business, is completely different than any other business and they should just focus on sales and marketing. But like any other business, what matters the most is the product that you're selling. And in this space, we are so much rewarded by the market to focus only on sales and marketing because this is where the success go, you know? If you focus on the day-to-day on your sales and marketing, you will get more results and make more money. But if you focus on your product, for example, you won't see the difference for a month. This is why people focus on this, but this is also why they don't last in this game. And most people, they start, they make a bit of money, and then it starts to go down and down and down. Because it's not about feeling good, but it's actually about making more money and in the long term. If you have a bad product, what will happen is basically you will get unsatisfied customer. It will lead to bad review, low quality testimonials, so less good for your marketing, less word of mouth because people will not recommend your course, and higher refund rates, which means less profit. It's also very hard to attract good team members if you sell a bad product because they won't be fulfilled by selling this thing. But when you create a great course, it doesn't only delete the negative sides, but the complete opposite that's happening. And when you have a great course, you have great customer testimonial because they are satisfied with the course. They can give you a good testimonials if they have results, or even if they don't have results because they liked the course and they generally feel that you shared value, experience, and they like what you offered. So because of that, they will give you great testimonials that will help you with your marketing. They will recommend your course to their friends, which means more word of mouth, less refund rates, more profit, and easier to attract high quality team members because they feel that they are bringing value and not the opposite. So you have two options. Either you sell a bad course and try to make as much money as you can in a short period of time, or you choose the long-term path and you try to make a high quality course in a topic that you truly master, or at least a few steps ahead of your students, and build it on the long term. The more you work on a business, the more advantage you get over your competitors because you get more customer reviews, you get more testimonials, you get more knowledge about the market that you are in, you get more people to work with you, that are qualified. I've been in this industry for now 3 years and doing business for 8 years. So I know way more people than on day one that I started, and I will continue to be in the info business industry because over the years I got so much knowledge in this industry that going into something else and start over from zero, in another industry would be such a disadvantage for me. The more you stay in something, it's like investing. Do you know the accumulated interest concept? If you stay in the same industry, the graph of your growth is not linear. It's not going to do like that. And the more you stay, you have like a linear growth. It's actually exponential. And the more you stay in an industry, the more results you will get exponentially, and it will more go like that because everything that you accumulate is going to accumulate. And it can be the people that you met along the way that works with you, the knowledge that you get about the industry, your position itself as a market leader that you get, If you are a market leader, everything is easier for you than for the others because you have more trust from your clients and the trust is accumulated over years. It's way easier for someone to buy from this guy that's been having his YouTube channel for 5 years, have thousands of students satisfied, and just, this guy that's just coming and is new on the market. And it's just basic psychology. So what makes a great course? There are two key elements, and most of the time people only focus on the first one and forgot completely the second one. The first one is obviously getting your clients results. They pay you for something and they expect to get a certain results, and this is what you promise them. And this is great. You should aim to get your clients great results, and this is a key element to get a great course, but not the only one. And to introduce you to the second one, let me tell you a quick story. When I was 18, I bought my second online course actually. And I was stressed. It was a big amount of money. It was about 1,000 euro and I didn't have the money at that time. I needed to borrow it from my brother. And so when I paid for that course, I was expecting so much in return and getting the results delivered. And so I just opened the course, log into my portal and start watching it. And when I was watching the first video, it was a mindset module. I was feeling goosebumps. I was excited. I was hyped about the next, what will follow from this course. And after the first module, I already felt that I was getting a return of my investment and this worth every penny that I put into that course. And the reason why is not because I got any results, because it was just a start, but because of the customer experience that I was experiencing. That night I couldn't stop watching. That course experience was so good that I was so confident in my purchase and so happy with it. And this is the power of the customer experience. Think about Apple product, for example. They don't have the best specs. Samsung's are better than that. When you open that iPhone packaging, you know, you remove that little plastic and you just turn on this phone and this beautiful device and you feel the interface that is so smooth. This is the power of the customer experience. Having a great experience might completely change the product, and this is underestimated. And here is what makes a great experience for a course. Easy navigation. You know, the people, students needs to feel never lost about what to do next. Logical progression. Each lesson should be built on the previous one. Good quality, clear audio, readable visuals. This should be just feels, I don't ask you to have like a cinema production, but just at least good microphone and good camera. You can even film with your iPhone. Engaging delivery. Information should be presented in a way that at least, you know, you feel that you like doing what you are doing and it's not boring. Right pacing, not too fast to overwhelm people, but not too slow to bore them. And personal touches. Elements that just feels like you, that feels natural. So now just imagine creating a course that truly change your students' life. That they just open it, they feel great, they feel that they got return on their investment just after opening it, and after a few months actually got results. And they are happy about it, they share testimonials, they recommend to their friends, they become your best marketing assets, and your business is growing over time because of this. If that's not something you want to build, here is how to do it in 6 steps. The first one is to find your expertise zone. Start by answering these questions. What skills or knowledge do you have that others want to learn? What have you accomplished that others want to achieve? What problems have you solved that others are still struggling with? What methods have you developed that consistently works? Starts with you, who you are, what have you done, what is your experience, and where can you bring value to the world, you know? And from that point, you will find which area you are most suitable to start a course in. And be honest about how much you know. You don't have to be the #1 world expert in this topic. You just have to be a few steps ahead of your student. I am clearly not the world's top expert on selling online courses, but I've done it multiple times, helped other people achieve success in this industry, and that's why I'm doing these videos, to share what I've learned and help others who want to do the same succeed in this. The key is to find where these 3 things meet: what you are generally good at, what you enjoy teaching, and what will others pay to learn. This sweet spot is your expertise zone, and if you find it, you have your niche. The second is to define your main transformation. Get crystal clear on what specific change your students will achieve, what actual results can they expect, and how will their life or business be different after taking your course. The more specific you can be on these points, the better it is. People need to visualize themselves into how they will be after buying your course and taking actions. What is their dream outcome, you know? Why would it change their life to buy this and to take actions? What do they want? And you need to be as much specific as possible. For example, instead of helping people getting fit, aim for helping busy professionals lose 15 pounds in 12 weeks without spending more than 3 hours on exercise. In this promise, you talk to a specific target of people, busy professionals. Riches are in the niches. This is really true. The more specific you can be about your target audience and their goal, the higher you will be able to charge, because you solve a very specific problem and they really feel you are talking to them. So here we are specific about the audience, the goal, 15 pounds in 12 weeks, and the way to achieve it without spending more than 3 hours on exercise. This is specific and measurable, realistic and achievable, truly valuable to your target audience, and different from what others might be offering. Try to add a personal touch and use your own experience to deliver that promise. And this transformation should become your guiding star for all your content decisions. The first step is crucial. Before even starting to build any marketing funnels, build VSLs, or I don't know what, test your idea in real life. You cannot rely on luck to succeed. You have to test and validate your idea before spending months into it, and after, you know, just seeing that nobody's interested by your product and you're not solving any problem. And the easiest way to know if you have a market or not is to solve a problem that you had in the past. But if it's not the case, here is how to test your idea. First, you have to talk to people. Don't think that your idea is revolutionary and you shouldn't talk to anybody. Talk to people as much as you can about your idea to make sure that there are some interest. And don't talk to just anybody, you won't talk to your mother about it unless she's like the person that you should talk about and she's the audience of your product. If they are not the audience of your product, their opinion doesn't matter. If they are the audience, it matters. So talk to them, have deep conversation with at least 15, 20 potential students about their challenges, desires, and current solutions. Ask them questions like, what have they already tried to solve this problem? What worked and what didn't? What would make a solution perfect for you? And how much you would pay for such a solution? You can also do some coaching. Start with free coaching, and consulting is a great way to build case studies and get testimonials that will after help you to sell, because you could show directly to your potential new clients what others who have followed your advices get results. And it's a huge social proof that helps a lot when you just start. It lets you test your teaching methods in real time, find common sticking points, improve your approach based on direct feedback. This will also help you build your product because you will be confronted to your students and their real struggles, because there is the theory and there is the practice. And if you do one-to-one consulting, it helps you understand where they block, what are the issues, and directly address that during your marketing, but also by building your product. You can also test with a small group, create a simple version of your course, even just recorded Zoom calls, and test it with 5 to 10 people who match your ideal student. You can offer it at a reduced price or for free for case studies. It's your choice. The testing process ensures you are creating something that people actually want and will pay for it, while also building your confidence in the material, creating initial success stories, understanding your audience better, and improving your teaching methods. Now that you tested and validated your idea, you have to create a step-by-step system that will be very easy to follow. People are not buying information. Information is freely available on internet and you can just type on Google to get information on YouTube. They are buying a method, a step-by-step that they just have to follow. This is why you have to be crystal clear on how they will achieve the goal and create something that allows them to just log in on the platform, watching a video, taking action. And this should be easy for them and they shouldn't have to think. And this is what they pay for. And I know it might be frustrating as an online course creator. For example, if I'm selling a course on how to do media buying and doing Facebook ads, to recording my screen and creating a Facebook account, a business manager account. But this is what people are expecting to have. Be in their shoes. If they don't have any idea about what you are doing, and even if this is your expertise zone, this is what they are paying you for. They want to see the back end, how you are doing things step by step. And it's never too much, it's never too slow, because if they don't want to watch and they know about to create a Facebook account, a business manager, and set up their ads step by step, they will not watch the video if they already know how to do it. And they have the power to not watch it. But if they don't have any idea about this, they will want the step-by-step process to know how to do it. So identify 3 to 5 main phases. These are the big stages students will move through. For example, phase might be for a Facebook ads course, foundation setup, audience targeting, ad creation, campaign optimization, and scaling strategies. And within each phases, define the specific steps. For the foundation setup, business manager setup, pixel installation, catalog integration, API setup, analytics dashboard creation. And for each steps, outline the exact action. For pixel installation, detail exactly where to click in Facebook, which code to copy, where to place it on various websites, how to test it's working, and how to fix common problems. This is key to create a clear path from where they are now to where they want to go, with no confusion about what to do next. And to help you, you can draw out on a mind map or a flow chart the entire process. It will help you visualize, and it will also help your student visualize. It's way easier to understand when you have your ear and your eyes. Another crucial steps are the quick wins. The mind is working with a reward system. As human, it's very hard for us to work, to focus, to have disciplines for a long period of time without getting rewarded. And this is a common human problem. We want to be rewarded soon for whatever we do. And in order to try to fight about this and tell your student you just have to be disciplined, you have to gamify the experience and give them quick reward as soon as possible. And it can be very simple things, We don't ask you to give them like the result they are hoping for within seconds seconds they join your course, but just design some things that are made to give them just a little bit of dopamine as they join and as they buy. They just have quick actions to do and they feel they're progressing a little bit. They need to feel the progression. So in the very first module, you can give your students something they can immediately use to see tangible results. For example, a simple script they can use right away, a 5-minute daily habit that shows visible progress, a template they can customize quickly, a quick review process that finds immediate opportunities. Create momentum with small victories. Break down big achievements into smaller, more frequent wins. Instead of aiming for big achievement, just break it down into smaller, quick wins that are based on the actions, not based on whatever the market says and whatever sell they might make, but just, aim for mindset that is about doing things and not getting the results, and show the progress of what they are doing. And don't wait until the end to celebrate victories. Encourage them and congratulate them for any steps that they might have achieved. You can also use design worksheets, checklists, or digital tools that help students see their advancement through the course. Seeing progress is highly motivating. And even only watching the course, congratulate them for every modules they might finish or every video, and just moving on to the second one, Something that people often forget is they use a lot of testimonials to sell their course, but when people joined, they don't talk about these people anymore. While they don't forget how motivating it can be for someone who's watching your course to just hear about case studies. I'm not asking you to say and put testimonials of people who say, yeah, of course it's great, but just putting in front of them someone who experienced what they are currently living and what steps they passed through, what struggles they got. Use testimonials inside your course to help your students be engaged and just be more motivated. It's way easier to be motivated when you see someone who was in your shoes, struggles they got and how they overcome them, than slides and boring content. So use your case studies inside of your course to help your students keep motivation. And every person might have different struggles, and you might have had yours, but your students might have had some difference because they don't have the same life and situation that you have. So use their experience to show different ways to succeed into your business, following the same method, of course, but just people from different situations, how they overcome the obstacles they might have had. The sixth and last step is the packaging. You have to make it look professional. People need to feel that you value the money that they give you, for your course. They need to feel that you are invested. Can you imagine if you buy this and it's in a basic cardboard box, and there is no little film that you remove, no beautiful expensive box, their boxes are expensive, and they put money into it. It will not add any value on the day-to-day basis of this product, having a box, and I pay for this box, in the end, in the final pricing, I pay for this box, but this brings value to the whole experience, and you feel good because you feel that you pay for something that is worth it. And the packaging is like that. What is the packaging for the course? It is first the quality production, and I'm not talking about buying professional equipment like a camera are expensive, but you can just film with your iPhone in 4K and having a good microphone like this one. It's even just not a great microphone, it's just basic, but you can get some for less than $100. And as you grow, I encourage you to invest into a better setup. From what I've seen, the more mainstream you are, the more you need to invest into your content and having high quality, because this is what matters to people. If you are selling a course to very targeted niche people for multiple tens of thousands of dollars, this is your product, and this is not the information also, and packaging is also a big part. If it's not well packaged and it's not appealing to watch, we feel that you didn't invest and you did the bare minimum into your course, people will not have a great experience. So just invest a little bit of time and money into having a great quality production for this course. Also choose a good platform. You can use School, for example. It's a great platform. It's easy to use and very user-friendly, or Kajabi, any platform, whatever. But the most important on this platform is just to not let it as it is. Make it with your branding. Invest in high quality thumbnail. And today with AI, you really have no excuses. You can build your thumbnail for every of the module of your course and every video. Very easy, in a matter of seconds. You just write text, you choose a template, and you do it for every of the slides that you have. and it changed a lot. Like you just arrive on this, it looks clean, it looks good, and it's you want to consume this content, you know, instead of like just seeing everything in a disorder. You don't feel like where you don't know where to go, where to start, you know, just create something clean, easy to follow. Also, what adds a lot of value to your packaging is all the supporting materials, worksheets, PDF, Excel documents, anything that is doing the work for your students and they just have plug and play, you know, worksheet that guide implementation, checklists for key processes, templates that save times, Notions templates, you know, scripts they can adapt, calculators or spreadsheet for analysis. These kind of things bring a lot of value to your packaging, and people feel like they have things to download and to look, and they cannot look at everything, you know, like, and don't do too much, you know, so that they feel lost. But you have to implement these kind of things because it is value for them. They are winning time, and like try to find what tools you are using now, what helps you a lot, winning time, and implement this. And of course, use AI to help, as I said, for the thumbnail, for example, but also to write down your scripts and find more ideas, improve, you know, about any videos that you might doing. But also something that is really great is, for example, if you use a platform like Skool, put your video into the AI, your audio file, and ask for resume. And then you can put this transcript and summarize under every video. So when people are looking in the search bar for anything, they will find the exact video that talks about this. And this is so much easier, you know, because in the original course, you might have like, I don't know, 20, 30, 50 videos, whatever. But as you grow and you do like coaching calls every week or these kind of things, we might talk about so much topics that it's not easy to find, you know, But when you do this, it's easier to find any answer to any question they might have. And over time, your course will be so rich and so much value. And last but not least, make a great impression. It's like in a real life, the first video, the onboarding video that you have that people will get when they will receive is what should make them feel they receive value for their investments. And so you should invest a lot of time, be very hyped about this first video, you know, congratulate them that they passed to action, explain them what will be the journey they will experience now that they bought your course, what are the steps they will achieve, motivates them a lot, give them all the resources, you know, a welcome video where you show them around the platform, set clear expectations about what's ahead, immediate access to quick win resources, and connect students to any community or elements that you have. So in conclusion, creating an online course is not only about sales and marketing, which is a very important point, but if you want to last on the long term and don't have to rebuild business over and over again and compounding what you are building, invest time into creating a great product. I hope this video helped you. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to go deeper into any of the topics that I talked about in this video. See you in the next one.